Hey everyone. So usually the question that most people ask around is how can they add two names like the first name and the last name together same in the same cell basically. So here's a method that I'll be showing you today, with which you can easily uh, combine both the names together in a single cell in a single column. So first of all, let's go ahead and type in the first cell as the first name and the second one as the last name. Oops. And there we go. Okay, let's give it a name such as Will, and this as Smith, this as Bob, and any last name for him. And yeah, we can go on with, like, let's have one more example. Carrie. Alright, I think that should be fine. That should be enough for this example. Now, let's say we want to combine these two names together in a single cell. How do we do that? Well, there's one basic formula for it, and it's very simple. We use the concatenate formula to combine both these terms as here. First, we'll add up the equal sign in the column, and then we'll write down concat, C-O-N-C-A-T, bracket open, Will, comma, Smith. Now, hold on, we are not yet done. This is just an example that I'm gonna show you right now. This is how it will appear. Now you see there's an error. It's not an error basically, but it's something we usually don't want in our data. So there's also a solution to it. What we'll do here is we'll replace the formula, and after the comma, after B6, we'll add the term apostrophe, space, apostrophe again, and comma, C6. These two apostrophes give an additional space between the two terms that we want concatenated, and here's gonna be the result. See, this is how it's done. So you basically do this for one of them and you drag it to the bottom, and here's how it looks like. Yeah. Now, since this is basically in the form of a formula, if you want to, like, for example, I just pasted it somewhere else in order to have it here on like very close by in the cells. Like sometimes you need data compacted together and you don't need spaces in between them, but I purposefully gave it a space, like I left one column blank, and the reason for that is that most people will have trouble copying this thing and pasting the same thing over here. See, the result is very different. The reason for this is that you're basically copying the whole formula and dragging it here, and when you copy a formula from this column to this column, it actually changes the formula in accordingly. For example, over here we had B6 and C6. We were concatenating B6 and C6 cells, but when we copy them here, Excel detects as if we've moved one row, one column to the left. that is why they've just, by their own assumptions, they thought it's gonna be A6 and B6. So that's a problem, and that's what we don't need in our data. So the easy solution and the quick fix solution to this is we remove this from here, we copy this thing, we copy this column, and we paste it as values. Now, if you paste this column as simple values, you won't have any formula, and the names will go as they are, and you won't have any trouble later on in your spreadsheet. And so you can then just simply go on and delete this, and you're done. You're basically done with concatenating and adding the two names together. So yeah, that's basically it for this video.